The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Thex-9 delivered what they believed would be humanity's death sentence. The crystalline being's voice resonated through the vast amphitheater, each word carefully chosen to maximize psychological impact. The verdict is final, Thex-9 announced, its prismatic form catching the chamber's bioluminescent lighting. Humanity has been deemed incompatible with galactic civilization. You have 72 standard hours to evacuate your colonies and return to your homeworld. After that period, any human presence beyond Earth's atmosphere will be considered an act of war. The other council members, representatives of 47 different species, watched expectantly. They had seen this scenario play out countless times before. The newly discovered species would panic, plead, offer tribute, or submit to whatever terms would allow their survival. The Zephyrians had offered their entire industrial capacity. The Corvan Collective had surrendered their military. The pattern was always the same. But Ambassador Sarah Chen, humanity's lone representative in the chamber, did something unexpected. She smiled. 72 hours, she repeated, pulling out a small device that projected a holographic countdown timer. That's quite generous. We'll need significantly less time than that. Thex-9's crystalline structure flickered with confusion. You accept these terms? Accept them? We're grateful for the heads up. Chen's smile widened as she activated her communicator. Control, this is Ambassador Chen. Execute Protocol 7. The chamber erupted in bewildered chittering and mechanical whirring as the alien delegates tried to process this response. Protocol 7 meant nothing to them, but they had expected tears, not tactical communications. Chen continued addressing the Council while her message raced through quantum relays toward Earth. You've made a fundamental error in your assessment of humanity. You assumed we would beg because you've never encountered a species like us, a species that has survived ice ages, plagues, world wars, and extinction-level asteroid impacts. A species that looks at impossible odds and asks, how do we win? High Admiral Marcus Rodriguez received the coded transmission at Luna Command 12 minutes later. The grizzled veteran had been expecting this call for months. Intelligence had suggested the Council's xenophobic faction was gaining influence, and humanity's rapid expansion had made them nervous. All station commanders, this is High Command, Rodriguez broadcast across the Sol system. Protocol 7 is now active. You have your orders. Across human space, a choreographed symphony of controlled chaos began. On Europa Station, Commander Liu initiated the evacuation protocols that had been drilled weekly for the past year. The mining platforms around Titan went dark as automated systems activated, their crews already aboard evacuation ships. The Mars colonies, humanity's pride and joy, began their own carefully orchestrated withdrawal, but this was no retreat. Dr. Elena Vasquez, head of the Ceres research facility, watched as the last transport departed. She remained behind with a skeleton crew of volunteers, their mission too important to abandon. Around them, the asteroid's surface bristled with humanity's most ambitious project, one the aliens had never detected. Final countdown initiated, she reported to her team. Displacement field generators are online, all personnel to shielded positions. The Galactic Council had made their second mistake. They had given humanity a deadline instead of acting immediately. In those precious 72 hours, while alien fleets moved into position around Earth, humanity revealed why they had survived every extinction event their harsh world had thrown at them. As the alien armada approached the Sol system, expecting to find a cowering species ready for judgment, they instead encountered something that defied their understanding of physics. Earth was gone. Not destroyed, gone. Where the blue marble had orbited for billions of years, there was nothing but empty space and confused gravitational readings. Admiral Kress of the Hegemony Third Fleet transmitted frantically to the Council. The primary target has vanished. All human colonies appear abandoned, but there are no debris fields, no signs of evacuation beyond the system. It's as if they simply ceased to exist. The answer came 3 days later when long-range sensors detected an impossible signal from outside the galaxy itself. Ambassador Chen's voice reached them across the cosmic void, transmitted from a location that shouldn't exist. "Greetings, Galactic Council. This is the Terran Republic, broadcasting from our new home in the Andromeda Galaxy. We want to thank you for the motivation to complete our dimensional displacement project ahead of schedule." The transmission continued as shocked silence filled the council chamber. "You see, we've been working on this technology for quite some time. The ability to move entire solar systems through folded spacetime. We were going to take another century to perfect it, but your deadline gave us the push we needed. Thex-9's crystalline form had lost all its luminescence. That's impossible. No species has ever achieved stellar-scale displacement. No species had ever split the atom either, until we did it," Chen's voice replied cheerfully. "No species had ever walked on their moon until we did it. No species had ever built quantum computers until we did it. You judged us by your own limitations, which was your third mistake." The holographic countdown timer that Chen had left behind reached 0, and a new message appeared. "Earth cordially invites the Galactic Council to reconsider their definition of incompatible. We'll be in touch in a few thousand years once we've had time to explore our new neighborhood. Try not to stagnate while we're gone." As the transmission ended, Admiral Kress realized they weren't dealing with a species that begged when threatened. They had encountered something far more dangerous. A species that moved mountains, or in this case, entire solar systems, when given an ultimatum. The Galactic Council had expected humanity to collapse under pressure. Instead, they had witnessed the birth of an interstellar civilization that operated by entirely different rules. And somewhere in Andromeda, Sarah Chen was already planning their next impossible achievement.